remembered what the word means, so I probably didn't use it right.
I have honestly, I don't think I've ever used that word before. It sounds like a breakfast cereal.
Oh, now part of this balanced breakfast, scrupulous.
A big bowl of scrupulous with sugar on top. That sounds actually delicious.
That's pretty good.
Oh shit! I'm
Where's
fucking
Mikey
up
at?
over here.
I'm just waiting on him.
Waiting on him.
I sent him the link.
Send him the link. All right, yeah.
Just waiting.
How does my audio sound? I'm in the car right now driving.
You sound fine, buddy.
Awesome. Yeah. This is I'm in a Honda CRV. The acoustics in here are fantastic.
Oh, man, I thought you were about to say CRX. I was like, oh, that is a good car for being here. Fucking love the CRX, bro.
CRX. No, bro, come on.
I think Steven says he's popping on too as well.
Steven's gonna pop. I think he's gonna pop off.
I don't know if he's gonna pop off or he's gonna pop on. Oh, he could. We'll send him the Google link. I don't know if he knows how to do that, but if not, we'll get him on the voice. Hold line set up. Up. Oh.
There you go.
Still there, buddy?
He's Mr. Robotoing out.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that bandwidth. That's not good. That's not good. Well, fuck it. This is how the show goes, man. We don't give a fuck. That's just how we roll here.
It's our scuff cast.
It's par for the course, I guess.
Yeah, you know, it's. I like to call it
how we do it here on the East Coast.
Yeah, Josh. I'm both Joshes. I'm very proud of both of you.
Really?
Like really? Yeah, man. I'm proud of both of you guys, and just man, the drive that both of y'all have had, man. Both of y'all with y'all's individual businesses, man. It's awesome. It's awesome to see it, man. You know, because when we first met, I just thought you, Mr. Lee, was just the biggest piece of crap.
Oh, I fucked him. I am.
But you really turned that around for me. But seriously, dude, it's awesome. It's awesome to see your ideas coming out with your bong ripping, and Mr. DeMoss, I want to come work with you, bro. I want to build stuff.
Dude, I just put a fucking $60,000 bid in yesterday, man. I need this one. This is my big one.
Awesome. Well, I hope you get it. Kenny, is that what's up, T-Woon?
Yo, what's up?
He made it.
It sounds like you're fucking eating Skittles over there. What's going on?
I just finished eating.
Oh, okay, good.
Bro,
I didn't have Skittles, dude. I had Dinty Moore.
Dude.
Oh.
That's my shit right there.
Dude, Dinty Moore, and I mashed it all up, and I had red crackers, and I made like a chili fest with it, like, you know, and I put like cheese on it, and it was cool.
Was it the world's heaviest one-man chili?
Yeah, dude, because I can't, you know, I'm not bad enough. Like, I don't live south enough of the border to really go hardcore like chili. So I have to do New Hampshire chili, which is like gas station Dinty Moore, which is like beef stew,
Oh, wait, hold on a second. What are you calling it? Dinty Moore?
Dinty Moore.
Yeah, it's Dinty Moore. It's like beef stew. It kind of looks like dog food.
I love dog food. Purina,
Yeah,
dude. That's my jam.
Man.
You're a little bit wrong. You kind of do live south of the border. You're just thinking of the wrong border.
Yeah.
You're fucking right there.
Yeah. So they're trying to build, I guess, a wall to stop Canadian.
I'm gonna build a wall of Dinty Moore.
Yeah. No, they're trying to. I guess they're trying to build a wall to stop Canadians from coming in or something.
I wholeheartedly support that wall, and I want to keep them snow Mexicans out.
Yeah, I know. They keep on shutting the government down.
They're taking all our fucking jobs, and it's bullshit.
You know what? I take offense to that because the Canadians really didn't. I don't know if they'll put in that work. You know.
I don't know.
What are they going to do? Be polite to you? You're not going to mow your lawn. They're going to be polite. I don't need that.
I don't think there's enough Canadians to do the work.
You gotta remember,
You know what? I just did 6 days across Canada, and I probably met like 100 people. So I think you're right.
Dude, they do not reproduce enough, man.
what were you doing up in Canada?
I'm sorry. You speaking Spanish?
Oh, I said, what were you doing up in Canada?
Oh, that was back in the summer. I did the Black Mariah tour, and we went through all the major cities and stuff like that. And yeah, I got to we did that tour. On the same tour, we went up to like Seattle and a bunch of places up there, like around we just did a whole thing of the United States and Canada. But man, up north, the opioid crisis is just unreal. It's scary.
Yeah, it's bad,
bro.
Yeah,
no work, dude.
Yeah,
no work.
And it's not just Canada. It's in a lot of places. But yeah, when you see stuff like that on the news, just like, oh man, it's propaganda or whatever, But yeah, after being there and seeing it firsthand, there's a problem with that stuff, and I just hope people can find that help, dude, because it was scary. I mean, it was basically the whole time. I had when we were up north, it was like hanging out by our van, making sure nobody broke into it, which is like,
oh shit,
I've never experienced that before. I've never, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm more comfortable from the South, so I feel like that won't happen, even though bands still get their stuff broken into, and it doesn't matter where you are, bad stuff can happen. But yeah, it just.
But there's no line.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Trejo has joined us.
The gentleman Danny Trejo.
The gentleman Danny Trejo. There he is.
Danny Pendeco. Oh, I forgot my sunglasses. Look at Uncle Mikey, baby.
Hey, Lou. Hey.
I gotta say,
yo, Superman.
That is a fucking excellent mustache. Excellent.
Dude, I want to make a movie, man.
That's straight up Cheech and Chong right there. Take a ride? Who wants to go for a mustache ride?
There's kids in the car, bro. Chill out.
Dude, you gotta be like a baseball coach. You gotta get a son or something. Like, you gotta be like a coach at the school or something, man. You gotta come in hot and be like, yo.
The swim coach. You gotta get him a whistle and make him the swim coach.
Yo, whistle. Get him a whistle.
What's up, Josh?
What's up, brother?
I haven't seen you in forever, man.
I'm same ugly face. Same with them. Same ugly face.
Dude, you cut your hair.
A little bit. I decided to join a white power movement, so I figured I'd have to fix my head.
Come on.
It's a bunch of firemen. They're burning people's houses down.
Yeah, that's just how we roll, man.
And then they try to put them out.
What about the other Josh? Is Josh Dumas here?
He's right here.
What's up, Holmes?
Not much, man. I have to say, dude, I was following all your guys' videos, man. You guys were fucking killing it over there, dude. Them fucking crowds were fucking insane, dude.
Dude, it was a pretty wild time, man. Lots of crazy crowds, lots of crazy fans, and lots of good food, man.
Oh, we did eat really good.
Yeah, we ate some good food over there. Empanada City.
Empanada City.
Wait a minute. Is it over there or down there?
Down there. Down there.
Dude, it's down there, bro.
Down there, yeah.
Oh, we were down there, bro. If you looked at the map on the flight pattern, we were past the southern tip of Africa.
Nice.
Holy
yeah, we were like, if you were to draw a straight line from the bottom of Africa over to where we were like right there.
Yeah, I got a question real quick. I've always wondered out of curiosity. What do they call African Americans down in South America? Do they call them South African Americans?
I don't know. It really didn't come up.
Yeah,
See, that's funny. That's one of the first things I would ask.
Yeah,
I just want to be rude.
I don't think I remember seeing one African American person actually.
Well, they definitely don't call themselves South Americans for sure.
Well, you technically wouldn't have seen an African American person down there unless he came from America with you, right?
Yeah, I
I
mean, I'm
guess.
sure they were there.
This is
I don't
not
know.
good.
No, it's not.
This is not
I'm,
good.
I'm, I'm
This
the
is not
semantics of
good.
this. You know, you got to know the semantics. You don't want to get in trouble where you go. You know,
Yeah.
not good.
No, absolutely. No, well, you can't call Argentinians Brazilians. You know,
Oh
I
fuck,
mean,
no.
That's a punch in the nose.
we went
right
to
there.
like seven different countries, and everybody has their own currency and their own little language and their inflections and everything. So it was definitely a trip. For the
Yeah,
most
like
part, I got by just speaking Spanish to everybody.
What was
yeah,
Hey, is that Lulu?
Yeah, that's I got Lou in the back. I'm in the car, man.
What up?
what was the highlight of the tour for you, buddy?
Blue did a good job. I gotta say, he was talking Spanish to everybody. He did really good. Like every city we were in, he was pretty fluent talking to all,
How's
everybody.
how's your Spanish, Mikey?
What's
Come
up?
to the show.
Come to the show? Come on, you gotta speak Spanish.
Welcome to the jungle.
So I
Out of
got
all the
people.
out of all the countries, which ones was the craziest, like crowd wise?
Mikey,
Probably Chile.
Chile.
hold on.
Chile was losing it.
Chile,
Chile, yeah.
2 nights in a row.
Argentina,
sold
man.
out. It was
Argentina.
insane. Argentina was crazy. We played Sao Paulo, Brazil, and
Okay.
we were 5 hours late to the show
I saw
because of weather delay. We were supposed to hit stage at 7:30 in the afternoon.
Oh,
We didn't hit stage till about 11:45 or 11:50, way past our stage time, and every single person stuck around. Like
That's
nobody
awesome.
left,
Yep.
man. It was they opened up their
Diehards,
curtains,
man.
and from like front to the very back, side to side, it was 5 hours late, and it was insane, man. Sao Paulo was awesome too.
You can't even get people to hang out at a local show after the first two bands.
Right?
well,
We had people staying there, and the club wasn't even playing house music. So it was this gigantic room filled with 2,000 people with no music, just
With no
waiting
music
for us.
hanging.
Damn.
I would have
Man,
been
it was brutal.
we should be losing it because when I had to wait an hour for Danzig, I wanted to jump on stage and murder the motherfucker.
Yeah, but those motherfuckers would get a chant going. Those guys would chant. They would do anything. Those
Dude,
guys,
it was
I
cool
was
because
saying, man, watching it, you
we,
couldn't even hear Philip, dude. All you heard was the fucking crowd.
there was many times, man, where I would be up front with the guitar and I'd be jamming my thing, and that crowd would be so loud that you wouldn't be able to hear what's going on with the rest of the guys on stage because the crowd was singing the riff to you from that. It was so loud, man.
it's awesome.
They need a
It was
fucking.
pretty awesome, man.
Now, as a big Pantera fanboy, how surreal is it jamming them fucking tunes, seeing Phil singing them, and then the fucking crowds reacting like it? That's got to be like sums up what you want to get out of a career.
Mikey, I think we made it. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
Mikey had extra underwear every night to like. Yeah, dude. I had to
I
change.
actually played one show with no underwear on. I gotta say, one show I played with no underwear.
that was the one show. There was one halogen light behind Mikey casting a
One
he cast
halogen
a
light.
shadow. There was one light behind his shorts so you could see the silhouette of Mikey.
Oh shit! Oh,
saw the
heating up,
mushroom.
cooking
The
the
mushroom was there.
cooking the bean pot. Oh shit!
Well, real quick to answer, I think it was Josh's question. For me personally, man, being a Texas guy and growing up on these Pantera songs my whole, childhood life, when we were playing these songs down in South America, I told Philip this too. We would break right into the Mouthful War song. It was the first song of the set we would do every night. And there was one crowd, I think it was in Brasilia, where right when we started, I mean, the whole floor was just like a bomb went off. It was just insanity. And me and Philip looked right at one another, and we both were just like wide-eyed, just tripping out on the crowd, man. So for me, to play these songs and to be playing them with with Philip, and the guys is an absolute. It's a dream come true, man. It's the best way to put it, man.
Oh
Did you
yeah.
guys did you guys change the set for the South America tour from when you were doing it in America?
We added a lot. We didn't really. We changed the setup every night, but we added a lot more songs. So right now our repertoire is probably about like 12 to 15 Pantera tunes, and then like
Yep.
7 or 8 illegals. And then me and Mikey, we still kind of want to take it back and do one more off of Walk Through Exits Only, like Battalion or something like that. There's other songs that we want to try, but man, it's just we've been jamming these songs so hard, and then we had to work in Derek, we got to mention. Derek came in and he did a great job.
Derek's been great.
Was that real last minute when he came in, like weeks before the tour, or I can't remember?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what he came out right.
I would think the first time we jammed with Derek was the very beginning of December when we jammed out that way. So from the beginning of December until till the tour, man, he probably had about a good solid 5 to 6 weeks to learn an entire amount of songs, illegal songs and Pantera songs, and he fucking knocked it right out the park, man.
Ryan was telling me you guys were getting floods down.
We're trying. When we went down, when the guys came to Fort Worth, man, Ryan was a huge help, man, because it was just like little things that we were missing. When you try to go through and learn these songs, it's like you grow up listening to these songs, but to execute them so it's like you think you're playing it right, and even on drums or guitar, and then it's like, nah, there's this little piece, and Ryan being a drummer and guitar player, dude, we were just able to smash through songs, dude. And then anything that Mikey wanted to learn or whatever we wanted to do, it was awesome to just have a third head there to sort of like, just help us run through the stuff, take the guesswork out of it. You know what I mean? Instead of 4 guys trying to figure out which note it was.
Yeah.
This dude actually already kind of did the homework. So it was cool, man. It was like the most streamlined learning experience ever. And I mean, like Mikey said, these songs you grew up with, so everybody else grew up listening to them. So these songs have been heard and played a million times. You got to do them justice. You got to do them right.
Yeah, there's all those little intricacies that, like me, I wouldn't fucking even barely notice. But when you're trying to play it, fucking live, you want it to be that fucking sound like a record.
Yeah. I mean, whether
Those
it be
people,
like a little hi-hat sizzle or the snare build up or, the little guitar wiggle, that little wiggle walk. No one plays walk right. We do.
Dude, Ian's killed it all, man. But I think it was the Chile show. Becoming, man. I watched a video probably like 5 times back to back to back. It was just fucking Yin's killed it.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, you guys did awesome.
We're trying to bring back that old school vibe, man. Like like Philip says, we're just trying to pay tribute, to the brothers and pay tribute to the legacy of the band. And honestly, we're just trying to do that and then smile and have fun. And while we're up there fucking nailing it note for note as best we can, and like Blue said, trying to give those nuances, those little secret nuances that Pantera was doing. We're trying to bring all that old school vibe back. And like I said, just have some fun, man. Laugh like, the old days, and just bullshit like the old days, but still go up and fucking rip the heads off everyone, man, at the same time, man. That's exactly what we're trying to achieve, man, as professional as possible.
I got a question for you. Of the little nuances that you probably thought you knew but didn't, which one took you by surprise? I'm sure there's one you didn't have down that popped up in the song. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a good one.
Or like you've been playing Walk Forever and there's just one little thing you didn't notice, or kind of curious.
Well, for me, Use My Third Arm was we came back from tour and it was like we had a new list of songs that we wanted to learn, and Third Arm was on there. Hey buddy. And the very beginning, it's dun 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 dun. That riff completely set the tone for me because I came back from Mexico, started getting sick, and tried to learn it, and it completely discouraged me, dude. I was like, dude, I don't think I can do this thing. It's like it's not the hardest or fastest riff ever, but the way it lands and the where he puts his snare hits, it just blew my mind, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so fucked.
That's how
I'm so
learn the
fucked.
fucking hammer blasts. The hammer blast, I could do regular like just blasts. I try doing the fucking hammers, my brain loses it, and it sounds like it's horrible.
You should hear Phillips blasts.
Yeah.
Mikey?
You should hear Philip grind, man. He's fast too, man.
Oh,
Philip fast
Phillips
right
at the
hand.
grind.
So Mikey, same question to you. What was that song? I know there's gotta be one.
Man, there's so many little nuances that caught me off guard that Dime does. Little bends here, little one note off there, just little things. But I would think like of all things, I would think the timing really got me on and got me off both when we learned Primal Concrete Sledge from the first album. It was just that open E timing and just behind the beat that Dime was doing, with Vinny's really fast, drum tempos, that just, to tighten it up as tight as Pantera did it is definitely some difficult stuff. So it definitely, the little things
Plus,
like
they
that.
were brothers, man. They were brothers too. They grew together.
That's the biggest thing for me and Mikey now is like with the fun and the camaraderie that those guys had is we have to try to emulate this chemistry that's just you can't emulate or you can't fake because like you said those dudes were brothers and me and Mikey are as close as you can get and we're just trying to do that justice, man, and to try to have that much fun. But what he's talking about on Primal is the guitars on the backbeat, but there's no snare to let you know where you land. It starts off. There's no snare, so there's nothing to let you count.
It's a scary open world.
Pretty much.
That's exactly right.
Scary.
That's exactly right.
And then you put
man.
in the scary fucking screaming southern fucking American crowd, and you're like, oh, we're fucked.
You guys got any plans to add Good Friends and a Ball of Pills to the set?
Ooh, good one.
No, we haven't really talked about that one. But what we talked about, I mean, dude, like you brought up Floods. I mean, Mikey want to learn Suicide Note Part 1. And we want to do maybe Suicide Note Part 2, do them back to back. Could you imagine that on a big stage, dude?
You got it.
And doing the acoustic, bring down in the middle of the set, bring it down with the acoustic, and then bring it right back up with fucking Part 2.
Bro, I'll make you a 3D print you something. The acoustic will descend from the ceiling right in front of you. Just go, and when you're done, it'll go right back up.
Nice,
buddy.
One thing I wanted to say, man, I noticed because I was looking on YouTube, of course, for all the clips and shit. Dude, believe it or not, I was expecting to catch. There's always haters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have yet to come across one fucking negative comment. Anybody saying anything? It's crazy, dude. Because you know how
what I wrote.
I don't want to sound like a dick, but you know how some Pantera fans can get, dude. It's not hard to fucking get them rolling.
And it's been a crazy year too, dude, with Vinny dying and stuff, dude. And it's been like
we were afraid. We've all thought about that. We've had those kind of conversations where it's like
we talked about stuff like this.
That's why it was so important for us to get together and to really like try to nail this material because, like I said, we're emulating brothers, some of the most iconic brothers in rock and roll history ever, and their music is proof. The way they were as people is proof. And dude, I mean, we were totally like, dude, people are going to cut us the fuck apart. They're going to cut us down. I mean, Mikey might not be, I might not be hitting every note. He might not be hitting every note. And that's exactly like what we're listening for. But you can only hope that people can see that what we're doing is just as powerful. You know what I mean? Because
they're everybody with their cell phones. If you go on YouTube, there's like every fucking angle, same songs, you know what I mean? But just everybody and their mother, of course, that attended that wants to show it off.
Everybody's fucking audio sounds different. That's why
Yeah.
every fucking
I guess you
It's
guys
just
didn't run
fucking
into my
awesome,
comment.
man.
I guess you didn't read my comment.
what was
I
your
don't
Who
understand
was this
any of the South
D-level cover
American shit.
band?
Yeah.
It was
Like,
this
where is
D
it?
level cover. Hey, dude, I'll take being a D list celebrity over being a F list celebrity. I guess I don't know.
fuck it works? Well, what about E? Would you get E in there?
I didn't. In no way did I say celebrity. I said cover band.
We be a drop downy.
Oh shit!
Drop
Hey,
D.
don't worry, we'll be here all week.
Yeah.
Next show,
We'll be here on open night.
shuffle that line. We're gonna be here all week. That'd be hilarious. So I gotta ask you guys, how was it hard getting back in the U.S.? I know you're not on papers and all.
It was. Not too hard, I guess. It wasn't too bad. It was actually kind of hard getting into some of the countries over there, man.
Was it really fucked up because they assumed you knew how to speak Spanish, Mikey?
Nah, they were actually pretty cool about it, man. They actually detained us at one of the stops. We got detained for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes while they ran all our shit. The whole crew, the whole band, we all got detained, man.
Yeah, I heard that was at the U.S.
You guys gotta
border.
do,
They put you
like-
guys-
Oh, my
I got-
bad, Joker.
I got
Nah,
cavity searched twice.
Hey-o.
At least it ain't.
The second time I asked for it.
Do it again.
Yeah, well, the second time they bought me drinks. So
Nah.
I honestly, Mikey said he didn't know how to speak Spanish. I couldn't believe that.
I can speak a little bit of
I know how to
Spanish.
speak Spanish.
I honestly assume you're an illegal immigrant this whole time, so I am like, he not speak Spanish.
I can speak a little bit of Spanish, but I cannot speak as much Spanish as Blue. Blue is a lot more fluent than I am.
Because
Wait,
right
you
now,
can speak
but-
German down there in South America.
Who looks
But I'll cook you some Spanish rice.
arroz con papa.
I can cook you plenty more.
Blue, remember how we started the show when you were insulting me? How would you say that in Spanish?
Wait, what was it? What was that?
When you said when you first mentioned it, you're a piece of shit, how would you say that in Spanish?
Eres un pedazo de mierda.
I'm going to remember that one.
Un pedazo de mierda. A piece of shit.
A piece of shit.
So,
I ate a piece of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
so what are you boys doing next with the band?
1 month from now, we fly to Australia. Gonna go kick it with our homies in King Parrot. Can't fucking wait.
Woo! Yeah.
I'm hating, man. I still have yet to get to see the Illegals live.
Oh man, come hang out with us, Josh.
Oh, dude, Jens come anywhere close. I'll drive and fly for a show. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to.
You still going down to the Bruce thing or no?
Yeah, dude. Actually, seeing that the date changed back a little bit, that pretty much solidified it for sure.
It's March 9th.
Yeah, me, my buddy, and my oldest son were fucking cruising down for it. We're doing like a road trip.
Yeah.
We're coming down for that, and then when we come back, we're hitting like New Orleans and all that shit on the way back. But
Mikey, were you gonna make it down for that too, bro?
What's the date? March the 9th?
March 9th.
And where's that gonna be? In Dallas?
It's gonna be in Fort Worth, yeah, Original Theater.
I'll try to make it, man. I don't think I got anything going on that weekend. I'll try to make it out, man.
Yeah. It'd be cool, man. It'd be cool to have you. Yeah, man, and you guys are bringing up Bruce, man. That was he was a pretty amazing individual, man, and he was my brother, and I love the dude, and I gotta say, for the rest of my life, I gotta carry him with me, and I gotta make sure that I do right by him and kick ass every fucking night. That dude had a big hand in helping me get to where I am in my career. So,
How did you and Bruce hook up, out of curiosity?
I was jamming with Demon Seed in Fort Worth, and they came out to a show, him and Scott, and they both saw me play. And they Bruce was going to ask me to try out, and he gave me the CD and everything. They came to Ridgely and watched, and then I at the same time, Scott came up to me like right after Bruce came up to me and was like, "You're going to be our drummer, dude." I was like, "All right, cool." And Scott's all big and shit, and I was just like, "All right, then, yeah, I'll slam, whatever, dude." And then Bruce talked to me more about it, and dude, we just started rolling ever since then, man. I was like 17 years old when they approached me to join Texas Metal Alliance, is what it was.
Yeah.
You basically got intimidated to join the band because he was like, "Fuck, Scott's gonna fuck me up." Yeah.
Pretty much. He was just like, "You're gonna be our drummer, dude." And I was like, "All right, man." And then Bruce was like, "Hey, man, here's a CD. Why don't you listen to it?" Scott's like, "Fuck all that. He's our drummer, dude."
I was telling Blue a little inside story when we were actually in South America about how, like, in 2008, maybe 2009, I might be off on the year, but sometime years ago, I got to see War Beast open up for Down in this little club in Austin, Texas, way back in the day. And this is like way before I knew Blue or anybody in any, this is way back when. And I was just a fan going to a show. But I remember seeing Philip there on the side of the stage. And, this was before the illegals and all that, had even started. And I remember Philip watching Blue from the side stage there, and he was checking out Blue's fast feet drumming and his tightness and all that. And I didn't know Blue. I didn't know anybody at the time. But, years later, 10 years later, we're all in a band together, and we're all jamming. It's so crazy how it all works out, man. And, one day you're standing in a room with three strangers you don't even know. And then, the next day you're rocking the stage, with the three guys, man. So
flying to fucking South America.
Exactly, man. It's just a trip, just to see it all come full circle like that, man. Pretty awesome.
Real quick, when you guys were down there, was there any Taco Bells down there?
Yeah, wasn't there? Didn't we see a couple, Mikey? Or see one?
I think we saw one Taco Bell.
I think we saw one, but it was in a bigger city.
Steven,
there was one little shopping center the guys went to where didn't y'all go? Is that where y'all took that Chili's picture, Mikey?
Yeah, we were in Chile and we went to go eat at a food court at the mall, and we're there chilling. And then Derek walked up and he was like, "Dude, there's a Chili's around the corner." So we all like scattered our way over to Chili's and just tripped out that we were at Chili's in Chile, and we ate some chili. It was a trip.
I remember the post from Christian.
You just fucking sent me a message saying that the Taco Bell menu was in English. Is that true?
It might be. I don't know. We didn't go. They don't do tacos down there, man. They do empanadas.
Josh, Mexico. Tacos from Mexico.
It was empanadas.
Yeah, but they got empanadas, but it's just tortillas are really easy to make. And the best tortillas are really simple, and it's just grilled meats and veggies and stuff. So I just never understood why they wouldn't, but it's a cultural thing. They just don't do it.
It's the weed down there.
Like one thing about the food down there that I was surprised on, that I caught on pretty quick, was that steaks were served with eggs all the time. Whenever you got a steak and it was a dry ass steak on top of that, they always served you over easy egg right on top of your steak, and then it came with French
steak
fries.
And eggs,
it was
man.
like
delicious.
It was just like it was just a little different down there, but it was
Protein,
like a normal
man.
dinner plate.
Yeah.
It was pretty
It's
wild.
about protein.
How was the weed down there, boys? How was the weed?
Terrible.
Oh, terrible.
The worst.
I can imagine.
Terrible.
Somebody's traveling back in time around those areas, bro.
Yo, man,
What, they're finally getting to
There's
the
so many seeds in this.
We got hooked up with some good weed in Chile. It was awesome. And then everywhere else after that, it was all right.
Like chicken scratch in here, man. What you talking about with this?
Oh,
I
dude.
can't even have kids
Fucking
after this.
exotic
Fall.
paradise herb.
Hey,
Some old school brick shit.
They don't call it Mexican weed for nothing. Come on.
Well, yeah, for sure, but we just don't want people to get confused or discouraged at those remarks, because we're gonna smoke it. I'm gonna
Oh yeah, I mean, fuck, you got it. Why not?
Even at
Yeah.
the risk of,
What-
birth.
What was it like after the shows? Like when you guys would come out, was there like hundreds of heads standing there waiting? And
You know what? I don't even think I wore pants after most of the shows.
Yeah, blue.
I'm just kidding. It was chill, man. It was like, it's just us. There's so many people and we don't know anybody from there. We're a tight crew. And some of these places, it's basically like, hey, don't venture out by yourself. And, it's not to be super intimidated of the areas down there, but it's just like, hey, man, you're in a foreign place.
Yeah, you
You're
don't know.
American. You never know who wants to fucking roll your ass. That shit happens here in the States. So it's just like stick together. So
Well,
after the shows, man, we would just come back and hang out backstage. And we were doing all our own gear. So everything is just like we play, come out stage,
right?
we smoke a cigarette, maybe, have a beer or take a shot. And then that's it, dude. Munch on a banana and then we have to tear down our gear and then we're back at the hotel. Like that was it.
I gotta
Dude,
say, just real quick, like fan wise, I mean, when we landed, there was fans at the airport, at the hotels, there was fans after the shows, there was always fans. So that's one thing I gotta say. Like the fans down there were definitely very passionate and definitely very into the metal and into the spirit of metal, and they were very respective, real nice, real polite. All they really wanted was an autograph, a photo, just a second of your time is all that they really wanted, just to
A
say
piece
thank
of your
you.
mustache.
Yeah, that is it. There you go.
mustache ride.
You get.
But
What's up?
It was awesome, man. It was just real cool. Definitely some fans all the time, man. Before and after the show,
Yeah.
it was always cool.
The word fan is short for fanatic. And it's like when you call somebody a fan, it's like you can put that lightly, but a lot of them are fanatics, dude. Like the same people that just wanted a second of your time, they wanted 3 seconds. So somebody that waited all day to get your autograph or a picture at the hotel would show up at the airport, and that's all they wanted again. And that was it. Like just a picture and a hug, and then that was it, dude. Like that's literally all they wanted. And it's just really cool, man, to see Philip taking the time again and really being there for him. And some of these kids, they're like a second generation. So these kids have never seen Pantera. They've only grown up on it. So they only know what they've been taught. And they're still just as passionate as anybody else, which is a trip because it's like, dude, these kids are 19, 20 years old. There's no way they saw these bands.
I give it to Phil, man, because if you watch, man, he makes sure, like, when somebody approaches him, he's like, he's super cool about it, Like, he makes sure he's more than fucking welcoming.
Yeah, he carries the torch, man. He carries
Let me ask
the
you real
torch.
quick about the crowd, because I'm curious. How young was the crowd on average?
It varied. It varied, man. It was varied. Yeah, I mean, it was all ages, and we really didn't see too many little kids, like because I guess people were going out. Not too many. We saw maybe like 1 or 2, but as far as like, I mean, young people, teenagers, all the way up to your regular demographic, dude.
Well, no, that's what I meant. Like when you were talking about like the young people never seen Pantera, I was just kind of curious if that was like the majority of the makeup of the crowd. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't know, Mikey. Would you say maybe it's pretty mixed, pretty well balanced?
Yeah, it was definitely well balanced. There was definitely a older generation there too, and a younger generation. It was definitely well mixed, and it was just a room full of metalheads, man. That's all it was, top to bottom.
All right, Davey Boy's in the chat, and he wants to know, Mike, what kind of pickups, strings, and amps do you use?
See, man.
Awesome question. Shout out to whoever asked. What's up,
Davey Boy?
Heads. Like amplifier wise, I've been sponsored by Mesa Boogie for the last couple of years, so I'm rolling with Mesa Boogie, some of the heaviest tones around. Guitar strings, definitely been enjoying and been using and abusing the Ernie Ball strings for a long time. Shout out to my homies at Ernie Ball for hooking it up the last few rounds. Guitars, I got a pretty big announcement I haven't really made yet. I really kind of got to keep quiet. But I will just say that that I'm using Jackson guitars, man, and I should be able to say some real big things coming soon about that. But Jackson guitars, and then also me and Stevo have both been using these pedals called the GE 200 Moore, Mooer pedals, kind of a game changer for me and Stevo on that end. And cables, real quick. Big shout out to Pig Hog Cables. They hooked up the whole band a few months ago with all new cables. So that's the rundown right there, man. Right into the pedal, right into the head, and fucking crunch.
What about?
Woo!
I seen you getting a hook up on your cymbals, Joey. Those
oh
look
yeah,
great.
dude. Oh man, Peisty came through. Javier Quadillo from Peisty, man, he came through big time. And Peisty took great care of me, man. They fucking hooked it up with everything. They sent me out a whole set of cymbals the day before I flew out, or the day we were flying out.
Dude,
So, I mean, the dude totally hooked it up, and I mean, dude, they're awesome, awesome company. They're top of the line. I can't be happier. I'm working on some drum stuff right now, but I recently got on with Sarsi Capito pedals. And then also Promark and Evans sticks and heads is what I've been with, and I'm re-signing with them. So I'm doing good, man. I'm just need to nail down some drums so I can get me some nice gear like the boys, and then I'm set though, man. It's been a real blessing, and to have people finally take notice and really, they see what we're doing, man. That's all people wanted to see, these companies and stuff. They have a lot, the economy's different. Times are changing, money's tight. So,
anybody that's watching that hasn't seen any of the fucking footage, you guys got to go look up the illegals in South America and see the videos of these crowds. It's fucking unreal.
Joey, I gotta ask you, did you ever find a new t-shirt company?
A new t-shirt company?
Yeah.
No.
I have a t-shirt with half of your face going across it.
Yeah. You gotta send me a picture of that. I gotta actually, you know what? Derek, Mr. Engelman, is actually, that's what he does for a living. He does screen print and stuff like that. So he's gonna be our new guy.
Oh, okay, good.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, I gotta sign off. I gotta go take care of some business.
You want to do anything?
on.
Gotta plug something? Come on, I know you gotta plug something.
Let's see. Let's plug real fast. I want to send a shout out to the Chinese restaurant for hooking it up with the General Tso's chicken and the fried rice just before this interview.
I haven't even eaten dinner yet.
Say thanks to both you guys, Josh's, man. From the get-go, you guys have been huge supporters of everything we've been involved with, man. So shout out to both you guys, man.
We don't mean nothing to you. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we're
nothing.
Up, Ernest.
Yeah, fuck us. Yeah,
Kenny,
right.
don't take offense. Joker, not so much.
You guys, everybody in the whole Texas house course team, you guys have all been super fucking cool, man. Always gonna support you.
We see those green glasses, man.
Real quick. Well, whenever I'm in the pen, I'm gonna need you to send me some commissary money, all right, homie? Hook it up, bro.
Yeah.
No, just real quick. Thanks to everybody. Big thanks to my brother Blue. I love you so much, man. I can't wait to get back in the jam room and keep continuing the legacy of the brothers and keep the illegals going strong, man. Thanks, everybody.
Illegals,
all right, Mike.
bro.
Stay at that detention center, man. Keep your eye on
All
the
right,
prize.
man. I'm doing my best, bro. That's exactly where
Don't
I'm
drop
headed
the
right now.
soap.
I gotta get back in. I gotta check back in before they looking out for me.
Thanks,
All right,
man.
cheers, you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon, man.
Later, man.
Take care.
So you guys gotta go back and watch the De Leon interview, man. That's a good one, man.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. All my guys have been doing great, man. It's been killer.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Blue. That's fucking
the
awesome.
vibes are just awesome, dude. We're just having a blast, man. And,
that's it, man.
And me and Mikey, we call it pendejadas. It's puro pendejadas, which means like dumbasseties in Spanish. Like the dumbass things that dumbasses do. and that's pretty much it, dude. We just have a blast and shred.
That's
so.
it, man.
Joey, I don't mean to offend, but I honestly couldn't believe that Mike didn't see Smash. I literally thought he came from Mexico with like 8.
Hey, that don't offend me, bro.
Oh, man. That blew my fucking mind. Blew my mind.
He does. He looks very Mexican, and it's awesome because, like, you know, I've seen it a couple times where, like, they're just like, you know, they'll initiate Spanish and just like, he'll speak back in English and they're like, oh shit.
He has long hair because when he shaves and he cleans up a little bit, he don't really look. He looks more.
I think he's the one that kind of spawned my like vintage porn thing, you know, back in the 70s. So I've been watching since now that I look back, I think it might be around that time, man.
Joey, I need you to help me do something. Can you give let me get you to give a plug product.
Okay, what is it?
It's the Crucify Your Own Christ.
All right. Here, let me think of something. All right.
Available
in stores now.
Too?
The Crucify Your Own Christ. Let's get nailed.
Yeah.
How much is it?
$24.99, buddy.
$24.99, you can have all the Jesus nailing pleasure that you could desire.
But wait, if you order now, we'll throw in another one
for the same price.
Don't fucking away. We'll throw in fucking a barbed wire, crown for his head and fake blood.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Or
and
you can get a pair of
Vaseline and a jar of Vaseline.
A pair of my signed stage underwear.
No. And Josh, you can also offer a special Easter package where you have like a rabbi and a Muslim like giggling, like when they're crucifying them, like giggling.
This channel is so getting taken down, man.
Wait, a rabbi? No,
as long as YouTube doesn't find out about me fucking joining that white power group, we'll be fine.
No, the white power group called the fire department.
You're gonna have to fucking edit that out.
Dude, you are a firefighters. You guys are firefighters. You go around. So what? You light the fire first.
So what if it's your fault? You put it out.
Why would I want to light a fucking fire? That means I have to go work for free. It's not.
There was actually a dude in my old neighborhood that fucking did that shit, dude. He wanted to fight a fire so bad. He was one of the young bucks. He went and lit an abandoned house on fire.
Then he
straight up, look it up, dude. Millville, PA.
He is a fucking retard.
Then 2 people died probably.
Oh, dude, it caught like a couple houses next to it, man. But look it up for real. It was only a couple years ago.
Because he was there and he was probably sitting there watching it going and like, I'll know when to report it. So it doesn't, make it awkward. I'm on scene.
Well, you guys are bringing up a very valid point, and there's and it's kind of funny and it's kind of not, but your boy from Cannibal Corpse recently got arrested because he had all that stuff going on. And I just wanted to say that, my heart goes out to that dude, and I hope he gets the help he needs. For anybody that's struggling out there, we've been definitely pushing the agenda of the suicide prevention hotline. And as far as that, there is help out there for everybody. Choosing mental illness as a virtue is not only a title, but it's a sort of a serious subject. And it's very apparent. We travel a lot, and you see all kinds of different people and how inherently good we are. So with that being said, if you need help, please find it, and just know that you're not the onof one.
Dude, that's the root of our problems, man.
The music video, didn't you? You have you put aside the phone number and all that, right? Yeah.
It's for the most part, every other post we put on our Facebook and on our Instagram, we always like to share the suicide prevention hotline, and it's not a joke, it's not satire, it's not something to be funny. It's a very serious thing, and it's like I said, if you need help, there is help for you, but with that being said, man, we're the insanity has different levels, and the insanity of the fans is definitely what's driving us. I mean, there's still a lot of good people out there, man, and this is what we're doing it for. We're
Dude,
doing it
I
to push
cannot
that.
imagine that feeling, man. Like I said, I was getting fucking welled up watching the videos. Like, fuck yeah. Like, dude,
Yeah.
them crowds are sick. I cannot imagine the fucking energy coming out of that.
Oh, dude, it's the best thing ever. Like Mikey said, dude, when you're jamming up there, you can't. Once you see 1,000 people jumping up and down, you know, hey, 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 dude, you can't help but smile. I'm playing some of these mean ass riffs, dude, with the big, just smiling ear to ear, dude, and
Bro,
Fucking
I-
A.
And you're trapped, Blue. You're trapped like behind the drums.
as,
oh, yeah,
as,
I'm back
as a white person in that brown country, I'd be terrified being on stage with that. We're like, people on the door at all times.
there.
Terrified.
Dude, it's badass because Christian is like all big and he's just on stage and he'll like pop out and take some pictures. He was teching for us and he did a great job. I got to mention the crew, man. Andre went down there. He's our sound guy. He's our permanent sound guy.
I've met Andre.
And dude, that dude's a killer dude, and he's making us sound as true to form as possible. I mean, I really think that if you guys were to, when we're done here, if you A/B an old Pantera video versus our new ones, we sound as close as you can get, I think. And I know there's other cover bands and these big, these these tributes and other things going on, but when you listen to us versus them, man, we're trying to do it right.
Joey, real quick, what's your opinion on that bullshit of a fucking version of Walk that they did in the fucking Dime Bash?
Man, the only thing I can say is that I appreciate anything and any tribute that is done for the brothers, that is done to raise awareness and to raise money for charity. If it's done for any other selfish reason, then that's go fuck yourself. But for the most part, all those dudes' hearts are in the right places, and I don't want to say anything bad about any of those gentlemen because it's. We're doing the same thing. Well, you guys can. I got to be nice, and honestly, so a lot of those dudes I've met, and they're pretty fucking cool. They've been cool to me. But I also got Philip on my side, so
I'm not trying to kiss your guys' ass, and I'm not taking away nothing from Derek at all. But I think if Rex jumped up on there for just hey, I'm in town, let's jam. You ain't getting any closer to seeing Pantera live right now.
Actually, for sure. But that happened at Download Festival when Marzi was still in the band. We played a song with Rex, and I think that was the last time that Philip and Rex were on stage together. Even
how did the crowd react to that when Rex came out?
Oh, they loved it, man. It was awesome. It was totally awesome. I mean, me and Marzi probably weren't as tight as we needed to be, but that was a long time ago, and we only had those couple songs in the set, so it was something definitely special. But I agree, if we were to do that now, it'd probably be pretty powerful.
I think it's a little fucked up. I don't know if it's true or not. Was Philip invited?
Well, we were going to be out of town anyways. To the Dime Bash thing, yeah. I mean, he's always invited. I mean, that's the big do. But we were.
I seen that thing with Rita. She said he's always has an open door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rita has been nothing but awesome to me and the guys, and very supportive. She came out to the LA show when we did the full set, and she sat right there, and I could see tears in her eyes, and she just, the past is the past, and I'm glad that these people that are so iconic, and like they might not be directly involved in your lives, but they kind of are, because you guys know who they are, and you know the history. So for them to still have a relationship, it's just really cool, man. It's like a piece of your childhood is still intact. Like when your favorite,
dude, when I don't know. Came down here for the show, their CD release show for the War Beast. The War Beast album. I only got to be there for that little bit of time, but you could tell, like, it's a community down there, but straight up, you can feel that's like a fucking family vibe down there. Like that metal scene, it was like when I was walking around, I got to talk to a bunch of people, and you see like people bumping in. It is so fucking cool down there, man.
Dude, there's the hardcore scene in New York, which is family and everything, but there's the Pantera family in
Just,
Texas, which
just
is
seems like the DFW in general, man.
like period. You know what I mean?
T-Boom, you ain't fucking with the hardcore family.
Yeah, well, the Pantera family was the reason that your boy, your little fucking hero friend, whose name shall not be mentioned, that's the reason he fucking got out of the limelight real fucking quick. If y'all remember when he was talking all that shit, it's just these the fans of Pantera. I mean, you can't. When somebody says this music changed my life, you know, some people be like, all right, man, that's cool. But a lot of these, when you have millions and millions of fans, and so many of them say that, there's a lot of them that truly mean it, and like really mean it. Like they beat addiction, they overcame depression, they did something or other, or were able to accomplish something great in their lives because they felt this music was their religion. This music was powerful enough to push them.
Bro,
So
I could completely understand because I came off of I was a fucking heroin addict in jail, homeless. I was a real piece of shit when I was young. I know this probably isn't surprising to you. Like
no, not at all.
Yeah, but that's powerful. Listen,
the
that's
first
fucking
time
powerful,
I ever
man.
saw it down, I fucking cried. They were doing that full length set. It was just them for 3 hours. It was Steaming Down. I cried at that show.
Yeah.
It was a good picture of me that I can't fucking find anymore. Of Pepper. He's looking out, and it looks like he's looking right at me from the show.
Yeah. And he's like, look at this pussy crying. He's just crying. Somebody give him some French cries in a wambulance. I'm fucking with you, bro. It's fucked up. But that's what I'm talking about. That's how powerful that music is, and that's how powerful Philip's lyrics are, and how he is. And I'm so proud of Philip, man. He's fucking
Dude,
clean, mean,
Pantera.
fucking singing machine, bro. And hey, before we get off of here, man, I just want to, we were talking about Bruce a little bit, and I wanted to mention that Bruce's memorial show is March 9th at the Ridgely Theater. There's a couple more benefit shows here and there up until that time, but the real shebang, the Bruce
this is the one Bruce wanted,
the
right?
event that he wanted. This is the one that Bruce wanted.
Right.
Dude, I mean, this guy was so tough, man, such a warrior, dude. He was fighting everything that he was feeling and still planned his own memorial. And like, dude, how crazy of a thought is that? You're planning something that you're not gonna be there for. Yeah. You're gonna be there, but dude, he's just that. I love that dude, and I miss him. And
dude, he is the fucking true definition of warrior, dude. That dude fucking fought like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Joe, cold beer for the working man.
There you go. I gotta get a cold beer for the working man, but hang on. I gotta get a cold beer for the working man.
I got a coffee.
I'll take a
I'm
rip.
still working.
I'm about to get a Dr. Pepper. But like I said, March 9th. March 9th at Ridgely Theater. That's going to be the big memorial, and I hope everybody watching and listening can take some time. And if you get on his Facebook, the Warbeast Facebook, we're about to be posting some more stuff, and I'm sure we'll be posting some links to the GoFundMe for his family, for Gina. She was an absolute warrior as well, being there by his side the entire time. And I just, you know, as far as she goes, I'm so happy that Bruce found her in his life, and he had her. And China, Bruce's daughter, she
tried to
above and beyond to try to save her dad, man. And
I know, man, that killed me. Fucking Jesus, that was like, God love her, man.
Joey, did you see the show? Like the night Bruce, like we did a show and she jumped on and she was actually talking to us for a little bit. She was fucking cool. I was surprised.
Yeah. She's very cool. She's very cool, and she's a very strong young lady. And I see a lot of her dad in her, and I'm sure she's destined for great things. She has a big heart, and it's just it was a pretty special thing.
I'm sorry, I said I meant Gina. She popped on the show with Lyric.
Oh, Gina popped, yeah. Well, she's the same thing. It's just they're all awesome. I just, my heart goes out to them, and we're going to do anything and everything we can to make sure they're taken care of, and you know, and the memory lives on. Like I said, it's my job now to make sure that I carry Bruce's memory with me every day. And hey,
Warbeast songs, a couple of new Warbeast songs coming out.
Man, we had fucking 2 songs that I bitched at my guys, man. I was on tour with the Illegals, and I was in my bunk one night, and Bruce texted me, and he basically told me that he felt like he was on the way out. And I messaged everybody immediately, and I was like, "Listen up, you motherfuckers, dude. This is when I come back. Y'all need to fucking come to the house. We need to track these fucking 2 songs. I don't give a fuck what they are. Let's go, let's go." And we did it, but we just didn't finish them in time. And I'm trying to figure out a way. We're trying to figure out a way to do something special for Bruce. But I mean, we have 2 songs that I want to chop up, and I really want to find videos of Bruce talking. And I'm thinking that maybe we're just going to use some audio clips of Bruce and put them over these songs, dude, like a vamp.
We got
We
some.
got 2 hours of fucking conversation, man.
Dude, there must be a way to do that digitally to turn.
Oh, no,
we got it. We got it, dude. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It doesn't have to be him singing. It could just be him telling a cool fucking story with some thrash underneath it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you could just string together just certain, kind of like
Exactly.
Or even
together
old
certain
songs,
parts,
dude. Or even take
like
some
that he's
old
talking.
songs in new fucking music, old lyrics, and just kind of change it and shit.
No, we gotta send you the interview me and Dems did with Bruce. We're on with him for
Like 2 fucking hours long of him just telling stories, man. If you need it,
that's perfect. That's perfect. That's what I need. I love you guys, man. I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna eat dinner with the family, man. I love you guys like family. I can't wait to see all you guys.
All right, Doug,
All right,
thanks for coming on, man.
right on.
We'll be safe.
Make sure you get your passport, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to get a new one. Mine was temporary.
Oh, yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Have a good night.
All right, man.
All right,
Thanks,
y'all keep it greasy, guys.